Good morning, everybody. So feel free to unmute yourself if you like while we wait for a few others to join us. Otherwise, just drop in the chat if you can hear me quite clearly there. All right, we'll just give it a few more moments. I know that there's a couple of others who said they would join us this morning, and plenty who'll be watching this one on replay. So just a little bit, I guess a little bit about that. I will be recording this recording, but I won't be recording the chat or anything that you might be saying or anything like that. It's just so then people can see the replay on this with when they've got their day jobs and everything like that. So I hope your day's going well so far. Alrighty, we'll give him another minute or two and then we'll get stuck straight into it. Alrighty, well, are you happy if we all get started? And I'll give you a whole bunch of information over the next sort of hour or so. How does that sound? Wonderful. All right, well, hello and welcome to Simple Marketing Success with Social Media. How you go about finding, educating and selling with ease. So absolutely thrilled to see you all here, and just before we get started, I just want to answer the question that you might be asking yourself right now, which is, Margie, do I really need a full marketing strategy for my small business? Well, do you have to wait until it's more established? Well, the short answer is you could wait, but you'll be waiting a fair while. And I know you want to get a profitable business up and running, which means you do need customers. So yes, it does help to have a full marketing strategy, a simple one that's just perfect for you. So you're the person that does it all in your business. So allow yourself to sit back, relax, take some notes. Do turn your emails off for the next hour or so and just imagine what a full marketing strategy would do for your business. And now a little bit about housekeeping again. If you do have any questions as we go, just write them in the chat and I'll answer everything at the end, just so I don't go off on a tangent and then I can give you the most amount of value in our time together today. Alright, so let me quickly introduce myself and I'll answer that question that I guess sets the stage for what we'll be doing over the next hour or so. My name's Margie. I'm the founder of Margie Sarah Digital Marketing, and I guess my thing is helping home-based business owners turn their businesses into profitable brands by utilising the combined power of Facebook, Instagram and email. And yeah, let me tell you, in an online world, we're all fed way too many lies about how easy it is to whip up a business overnight. and how easy it is to make money. And it can be really disheartening when our businesses don't make heaps of money the second that you get them up and running. And sometimes you don't even make any sales. But yet that is actually completely normal. So depending on your price point, it usually can take anywhere between 3 to 6 months before you start really benefiting from the actions that you take today. So in other words, if you bring in a new potential customer into your world, by the time they come across you and your brand, that could be upwards of, say, 30 touch points. Only then are they really ready to trust you as a brand and then actually make that purchase from you. So today what I want to be going through is the 4 phases that I use routinely while freelancing for companies and within my own business. So that's to attract, educate, and then position yourself at the right time for easy selling. That's the aim. And that is also without being all over social media all the time and dancing. And well, unless you really want to, go for it, but it's not necessary. Alright, let's get stuck straight into it. So whether you have dreams of bigger impact, big money, or just simply taking time off with your friends and family and sitting on a beach somewhere, whatever that goal is for you, the one thing that I see holding people back is that they spend time, effort and money on stuff that just doesn't matter in their business. Well, yet. So I'm talking about things like endless posting, choosing the perfect hashtag combo, getting on the latest TikTok trend, or just trying to be everywhere. It's not like these things aren't actually important. They are somewhat important, but not at the expense of things that will actually make you money. So until you have a rock solid strategy that's working reliably to convert followers, visitors, eyes onto your leads and sales, then you're working way too hard and no amount of paid traffic will give you the results that you're actually looking for. If you send the wrong person or at the wrong time to your sales page, and just for your information, I'll be talking about Etsy, your own webpage, Facebook Marketplace, basically anywhere where you make that sale whenever I talk about sales page. But if you send them the wrong person, they're just actually not going to buy. That's even if they click through to where you want them to go. So it's like all these other marketing activities actually become somewhat distractions, keeping you from focusing on the biggest bang for your buck activity that's in your business today. And that is attracting the right person who's actually going to buy. So spoiler alert here, I'm sorry guys, this doesn't actually happen overnight. We've been trained to believe that online businesses are the easiest way to make money. Now I'm not going to be another one of those marketing gurus that tell you that it's so simple. Because not only is this wrong, but this belief could be actually costing you time and wasted energy. And worst of all, that horrible feeling of failure, because if it's so easy, why is it just not working for your business? However, in fact, what I would like to tell you is that if you set things up correctly, you will actually make sales after you complete all the activities that I'm about to share with you. And if you do make one sale within the first week, that's completely normal and you should celebrate. There are so many other measures of success to see if your system's working. And then you can sit back and just watch it pick up momentum. So let me draw you a picture of what it really means to you so you can really get what I'm talking about here. So let's talk some numbers. On average, only about 80% of startup businesses will actually survive the first year. And if you break that down and define survive, there's only a few statistics on that definition. It ranges from it didn't go bankrupt to I broke even to I actually made some money. So let's talk figures for a moment just to show you why sales might not be happening. Okay, so let's say you had 1,000 unique visitors to your sales page last month. And I'm actually talking about here overall traffic. So out of those 1,000 visitors, most industries have a pretty standard conversion rate that's about 1%. Now a conversion is a term for somebody who actually becomes a buyer. So that means out of 1,000 unique visitors, just 10 would take action on your site, such as purchasing. Now that could be broken down into 2 to 3 sales per week, and that's if you actually got 1,000 monthly visitors. Keep in mind, as a new or young business, you probably haven't done much testing on your sales page to really get the best out of each visitor, so it could be more, it could be less. So you then might be asking, I need 1,000 visitors to make maybe 10 sales. Where do I find these 1,000 people? Now that's the reason why I would like to share this presentation with you, because I know you have big vision for your business and it's heartbreaking to put your heart into helping others and you just not get that much response or interest. So let me share this with you. Let me show you how you can get those visitors, and then you can educate them and position your brand as the go-to business to buy your product. Best thing is they then become returning visitors and will help you actually get more sales. So let's go through my marketing system. Phase 1 is all about attraction. So we begin with attracting the right person who actually wants to buy your stuff. Now remember the saying, the customer is always right? Well, it doesn't always happen that way, but without customers, let's face it, you don't actually have a business. So we need to make sure everything is centered around that person. So we need to work out exactly who you're selling to. And that person's called your dream customer. So we need to work out, what are their hobbies? What are their dreams? What are their frustrations? Now to help you answer, or you can use these answers to help you talk about your products and your business in the way that can connect with that customer. Now it does two things. It attracts the right person, but it also repels the wrong time-wasting person. What you can also do is work out the demographics of your dream customer. Are they married, kids, and what's their age? So from there, you need to make your business stand out so you can achieve this with business branding. Once you know exactly what your customer likes, you need to then work out what stuff your customer would actually like to see. Do they like pink or flowery? Flowery, I can't even say that word. Do they like more masculine colours? Do they like boring colours? And then you can ask yourself, what sort of fonts would they like? All of this you can see would really help to narrow down who that person is that you're talking to. And you can go as far as saying, what's your logo and just what's the overall vibe. So branding is really, really important. So I just want to share with you, let's just think of some of the big brands. So for example, if I said Ferrari, what colour comes to mind? If I said Nike, what is the logo that comes to mind? So you need to have something that is recognisable to your brand name, that suits your brand and your products and your ideals and values. And people will actually know it's you. So you can do this by setting up a Canva account, just a free one. Then you can put in all your chosen colours, fonts and everything and store them all in the one place. Every time you post something or create something for your business, you can pull up your fonts and colours in Canva and instantly become recognisable. So phase 2 is all about setting up your socials. So have you got your Facebook and Instagram accounts connected? And have you got them set up as a business account? Which means if you post to one, it will automatically go to the other, and that saves you so much time. To do this, just firstly make sure your Instagram account is a business account, because that's a trap that a lot of people have. Then you can select settings, and then you can switch it to a business profile. Then open up your Meta Business Suite, and if you select all tools and page settings, you can join them all together. As I said, this information will all be on replay, so if you want to go through in your own time, then you can certainly do that. Then the next step is directed at Facebook, and let's check out if your Facebook page is actually set up properly. So have a think about, is your profile depicting your business? Is it your face if you want to become a personal brand? Just think that a thumbnail, however, is just that. It's the size of your thumbnail, so you don't have too much room to have a lot of detail. Just keep that one in mind. Now, what about your business name? I'm assuming your Facebook page is made up of your business name, but it also may pay to add another word at the end of it, such as candles or soap, whatever your products are. So then if people do a search, they know where your page will be coming up. And with Instagram also, it's really, really important to have that particular keyword in your title and also in your bio. Make sure your contact details are up to date. That just goes without saying, but it is a really easy overlooked feature. So how do your customers actually contact you? Once you've got that all set up, just have a bit of a sit back and look from your customer's point of view. Does the page look aesthetically good? Does it easily portray what your business is about? Does it have the overall vibe that you really are after? So then it brings us to, what do you post about? The best way to do this is start by thinking what's complementary to your business. So you want to, for example, if you own a candle store, you might be considering something complementary such as home decor, feng shui, maybe if that's your sort of thing. Basically, you want to find something that will help educate your potential customers, that will bring in an element of trust to your brand. To keep things really, really easy, the best way to do this is have a monthly topic. Then you can break that down into 4 or 5, depending on the month, subtopics. That will give you what you can post about each week. And then from there you can even break it down to micro daily topics. It's just an easy way to work out what it is that you want to post about. Now the next thing is just choose a schedule that works for you. Don't look at any of the big brands because they have big teams. Make sure it's manageable and sustainable. So I do suggest just start with going 3 times a week and see how you go with there. If that's doable, you can absolutely do more, but at least make sure you incorporate a reel into your strategy. If you can, post some stories as often as you can, and if it helps, use the Facebook scheduling tool in Meta, and that will keep things nice and simple for you. So the next thing for that is, how do you create the posts? Once you have your topics that you're going to post about, jump into Canva again, have your branding colors that you've already set up, and you can create your particular posts and make them look aesthetically pleasing, and also they can portray your company colors. Have a think about what you're going to write in the captions, remembering to incorporate a lot of the keywords. And you can play around with hashtags, but don't panic, don't go overboard. They're nowhere near as important as they used to be. But just make sure they do represent what you're talking about. And there's a rundown of everything there, and importantly, test. Is it working? Use your insights to see what is working, and quite simply do more of that and less of stuff that is just not working. So next topic we're going to be talking about is engagement. So it's all well and good to have your posts set up and pre-scheduled, but engagement is really, really important. Try and set aside 5 to 10 minutes a day in your calendar where you can engage with others in your community. And if possible, do this when your potential customers are online, but really anything is better than nothing. Comment on your followers' posts and comment with something really insightful and thoughtful. 3 words or more is better. You can comment on the hashtags that your dream customer is following and that your dream customer loves visiting. All this stuff will help you expand your reach and create extra touch points with your potential customer. And that brings us to education, phase 3. So the first step I would like you to do is work out what your customer journey is. And a customer journey is basically how somebody goes along thinking about purchasing a product to then actually purchasing it and coming back to be a repeat customer. Now have a think about, what are they needing just before purchasing? How can you provide some useful information that will assist your customer in their buying journey? And what we can do here is create a lead magnet. Some of you might have heard of it about as a tripwire, and this will help your customer out just before they go to purchase. The best lead magnets you can design is something that will assist your customer with a small win. You could teach them something really, really valuable, and then your product is the next logical step in that sequence. This will get them ready for purchasing, teach them something, and then it will keep you in front of their mind. Now, of course, they will buy your product at that stage. It's quite that simple. So you might be asking, how do you go about creating a lead magnet? Well, it could be a PDF download, it could be a checklist, it could be a recipe book, it could be an instructional guide. So here's an idea, something that comes to mind. If I had a candle business, I could offer a PDF guide on how to set up your house so it looks neatly styled, and you could use your particular candles as the finishing touches. Or you could do a lead magnet that could be something about aromatherapy and why the scents are really important to a good health, or maybe help you maintain a good night's sleep, or something along those lines. So what is the purpose of a lead magnet? Well, it is twofold. Firstly, it's help nurture your potential customer and teach them something that will set you apart from others, and it will provide value in the form of expertise from you. It will also give them a chance to exchange their email address for your lead magnet. That email address will go into your customer list, so you then can continue to provide exceptional value and educate your potential customer. So once again, when the time is right, they will buy from you. Now, this lead magnet and your email list is really, really valuable for your business. So how do you go about exchanging your lead magnet for email address? And how do you find potential customers? You can do this in a few ways. Firstly, just by talking in conversation to somebody, maybe on or offline, who might be your dream customer. You could simply ask them for their email and then email them the PDF. No fancy software needed. You could also put your lead magnet into email software such as ActiveCampaign or MailChimp, or you could even put it in a form and then put that onto your webpage. Now, the next step I would like to talk about is advertising. Now, this is not necessary, but it is certainly the next step, and it's a possible step, so I'd just like to point it out. So if you use the Facebook and Instagram ads, you can direct your people to your web page or your sales page that has that form on it, that has your lead magnet on it. Now, it is a little bit more advanced part of the marketing, but it's certainly something that you could consider down the track. Knowing what your customer journey is and how you can help them, and how you can just turn up miraculously at the right time, this will get you to go leaps and bounds in making sales over other companies. And now we get to phase 4, the selling part. So you created your lead magnet, exchanged it for an email address, and you're starting to collect email addresses. Now, it doesn't matter if you have 1, 1,000, 10,000. This is a really important part to making sales. So I'll go through with you with the next steps. So what email software are you going to go? Now, for those on a budget and who don't want or don't have any money to spend, there are plenty of free email software options out there. Now, MailChimp is probably one of the most popular ones. I personally use ActiveCampaign, a little bit on the pricey side, but I find it more intuitive. Alternatively, there's absolutely nothing wrong with just setting up your good old simple Excel spreadsheet and entering people's names and email addresses onto this Excel spreadsheet. You can then use the Gmail's version of Gmass, which is tongue-tied, which is Google's Gmail way of sending mass emails. But just be aware that you must respect everybody's privacy. So do make sure you securely store your Excel spreadsheet securely and safely to avoid anyone else getting access to it. You do have something valuable to someone, which is their email address that they have entrusted you with. So next we need to talk about email sequencing. Work out what sequences would be most beneficial to your business. So a sequence is a collection of emails I should say, that you set up automatically when somebody does something in your business. So for example, ask for a lead magnet, purchases something, leave something in their cart, or it could even be a simple newsletter that you send out weekly. So when you're first setting up your email list, just concentrate on your welcome sequence. Now that is the one that you'll be sending straight after you send them a lead magnet. Now, depending on which way you learn best, you might want to start by writing everything down on post-it notes around the room, or perhaps on a Word document, or even just straight into your email software. But have a think about this. You've sent out your lead magnet, then over the course of the next couple of days, you can then talk about you, your company values, and everything that would matter to your customer. Just don't sell stuff. Just provide value. And I suggest to start with 3 to 5 emails. So then the next sequence that I'd like you to concentrate after the welcome sequence is your newsletter sequence. This is something you can send your potential customers each week, each month, or even each day. Now do test this out and see what works best with your customers, and you just don't want to go about annoying them too much. But make it informative. Tell them about your products every now and then, but don't just sell things every time. Come back to your content ideas, and then that will help you tie it all together. So what you're planning on posting about for the month, that can incorporate into your newsletter sequence. So you then have your full marketing ecosystem created, where you can start seeing traction of buying. And if you set it up now, you will see the benefits really soon. It won't happen overnight, but it will definitely happen. So let's bring this all back to what this could mean to you if you were to implement all this stuff in your business right away. So at the start, we saw that you may not be attracting the right person. For example, you might be posting willy-nilly because you've been told that quantity matters, or you're trying to be on every social media platform there is, or you could be trying to position your brand in the wrong way without a uniform approach. And because of the mismatch in your marketing and your business, your visitors don't actually want to buy, or they don't exactly know what they're after at that moment in time. But what if you could get your dream customer completely dialed in and your business branding to be so on point, every single person who visited your sales page knew they were just in the right place and knew what they needed to do to make that purchase? Do you reckon that this could keep maybe even 5% of visitors on your sales page for even just a little bit longer? And now, if your sales page is absolutely tuned into your dream customer and their lingo, do you reckon that maybe even 2 out of those 1,000 people might be interested in purchasing your products? Now, what about in phase 2? We saw that a lot of Facebook business pages are incorrectly set up, or the Instagram profile page maybe isn't living up to expectations. Could we agree then that if you only add a few easy to find contact details and definitely a link to your sales page, then you could get, say, an extra 5% of visitors to click on those links? What about if you crafted the perfect post? Instead of the quantity, you went for quality to attract that right person, and you sold them the benefits of your product. That could even be worth 5% of visitors to your sales page without the intention of, with the intention of purchasing. Now, if you'd like to know, let me know in the chat if you think that it's reasonable that you could plan to spend a bit more time on crafting posts instead of posting all the time. So we then talked about how we can approach a customer journey and position your product perfectly so they want to buy. And then we also saw that customers won't buy from you if they don't trust you yet. So what about if the first thing that you did after this today was to go out and start collecting email addresses so you could continue to foster a relationship with your customers and increase the trust value? Do you think out of those who know and trust you that maybe a 10% of extra visitors would buy from you? Think about what they would buy from a brand that you know. Would you buy or would you not? It makes sense, doesn't it? I think that we could easily increase those percentage of visitors to your sales page who will purchase. So even if we're totally modest with numbers right now, we could potentially build a business from 10 sales a month into 50 to 60 sales without changing anything else or adding in paid advertising yet. Imagine what that kind of increase in your business would mean to your life. If you'd like to, drop it in the chat and let me know how you'd feel about that. So if we could implement all of those, and what if you even got most of them wrong? You could at least still double some of your current results. Just give that one a go. So I do need to put the excitement aside just for a sec and just ask you an important question. What's actually stopping you from going out and doing it? What is the number one issue that would be holding you back right now? Have a think about what it is that's holding you back. Perhaps you don't know exactly where to start with marketing, or maybe you don't have thousands of dollars to spend on a social media marketer, or perhaps you're the sort of person who likes to have a roadmap to get from here to there before you can feel 100% confident moving forward. Whatever the biggest reason is for you that could be holding you back, drop it in the chat now. And whether it's time, maybe technology, support, because I'd like to know what's on your mind, because I do have something that I'd like to tell you that could actually really help you. Now I'd like to just go ahead and tell you a little bit of a quick story. Stick with me on this one. Business is like Blippi. Now for those who are lucky enough not to have Blippi take over your TV, just a quick YouTube search will reveal a larger-than-life kids character who is singing and dancing his way through all sorts of places, but teaching important things in a somewhat chaotic but organised way. And I hate to say it, but I think I might be Blippi. Huh? Why? Because, well, I sing and dance all over the place. I like to make the most out of every opportunity and always looking happy, but I know full well that it's not always the case. We only see what's on the screen. That is the end product, a highly successful businessman. Do you know, reportedly according to Google, he's worth 16 million bucks, US dollars. But if you do stop to think, there is so much more that goes on behind the scenes. He's identified how to make his show so compelling to young kids. He would have researched each topic and honed in on what really works of captivating his audience. Not to mention the countless hours of editing, marketing and everything else that goes into running a successful business. I bet he has help. Now for me, I definitely have a happy-go-lucky attitude, but underneath I'm definitely extremely hard-working, with lots of help and lots of support, both in my personal and my business life. I have invested thousands of dollars in education to get where I am in my business today, and I'm currently in a mentorship program with personal support, and they give me guidance and the clarity I need to be my best. And that perspective has allowed me to help numerous big-figure businesses achieve marketing success and build my own business up to sustain my family income. And you know, sometimes we all need to have that confidence to try something that may have seemed scary or difficult, and it's easier made when somebody besides us who knows the path you need to follow. So that is what I'd like to offer you today. So I've developed a new online training program called Profitable Home Business Blueprint, and it's the confident, steady hand to guide you through the process of creating your unique marketing system for your business that will set your business up for the long term. It'll bring in predictable sales and take away the stress of, what do you do next? So inside PHBB, it's the guidance you need to take you through the entire process of building up your marketing system, from first attracting the right person to returning customers who are leaving fantastic reviews. I'll lead you through the process of mapping out your entire system so your customer knows your brand and trusts you to make that purchase. I've taken all the knowledge that I've had from my full marketing systems and packaged it all up into a 10-week course that's fully live. But it's also recorded so you can re-watch at any time that you wish. So I invite you to think that your marketing system is a hard-working employee in your business, bringing in new faces, educating them, and constantly just giving gentle reminders that your business is what they need 24/7. Your marketing strategy can become your biggest asset in your business. And if you know how to approach the process in the right way, what takes out all the unnecessary bells and whistles, that takes your time, and it can also distract your potential customer from what's really important, which is making that purchase from you. So I've begun to share with you the process of marketing ecosystem in this presentation, but there is of course a lot more to learn about how to create a full marketing system for your business. So let me share with you what's inside PHBB so you really get a sense of how you can create predictable profits every day. Now, just before I tell you what you'll learn, I just want to point out this will all be live training, 1.5 hours each week. Now, don't worry, everything is recorded and you do have lifetime access. So if you can't make it, you will be able to watch it again and again, however many times that you want. And it also includes a half hour of group training to ask me anything in live time. Alrighty, so let's have a look what's inside the training. Module 1 is called Defining Your Brand to Maximize the Wow Factor. Now, the thing is, if you're not making any sales, it's not because your product sucks, which is great. If your messaging and brand isn't spot on for your perfect customer, they're just not going to know that you even exist. So in this module, you'll be able to create a crystal clear path on your unique marketing system. You'll be able to discover that defining your dream customer is an evolving process, not a templated easy fix. But it is actually quite simple when you know what questions to ask. You'll also learn how to stand out in the crowd, attract your perfect customer so selling becomes so simple, which will save you valuable time without wandering down rabbit holes, and it will help you to create a quicker path to your success. Module 2 is all about getting social, the keys to unlocking your social media success. Now, everyone these days have a Facebook page, but what makes the difference between just another page and something that people go, ooh? So in this module, we look at overhauling your Facebook and Instagram pages, using what you already have set up and just supercharging it. We'll also look at setting up your social pages for serious success and professionalism, so your potential customers just stop scrolling their Instagram feeds and they will actually start taking notice of your brand. I'll help you to create a simple posting schedule that works exactly for you. We'll talk about what to actually post about to entice your customers to purchase, and also how to create sales direct from Instagram. Module 3 is all about providing value. So now we'll start talking about how to educate your potential customer. Now, by using some sales psychology, you can unlock resistance and overwhelm, leading to an easier, more simpler, is that a word? More simple sale. So in this module, you'll learn how to transform your social media follower into an excited customer who just can't wait for your products, how you can map out your customer journey so you can show up exactly at the right time with your product waiting, and how to create the perfect lead magnet that will have that right customer just running to your store and exactly teaching them what they will need to know and what to expect. So this will lead to lower complaints and lower requests of returns. Module 4, engaging emails for excited customers. So this final module starts piecing together your full marketing system, and this is where you'll see most of the results from. I'll help you to supercharge your connection with your potential and returning customers by using just simple email marketing tactics. You'll learn to write such compelling emails your readers just can't wait for, and this will help eliminate the ups and downs of selling by creating a predictable revenue stream. So it's my mission and goal to bring my knowledge to the world and to help as many people as possible. And in PHBB, I'll show you how to do it all from start to finish. Now, PHBB, it isn't just another one of those courses that you're going to buy and sit on the shelf and never use. It's a simple paint-by-numbers business growth program that requires very little tech knowledge. Look, if you manage to turn up to this workshop or watch the replay, you've got enough tech knowledge to get your marketing system up and running. If after watching this training, you decided that now's the time to implement some of these tweaks in your business, then you're going to need this roadmap in front of you. However, if you're going to do it yourself, you need to make the best use of your time, and at this stage, trial and error is probably the most expensive form of investment that you can actually make in your business. You have limited resources. Starting a business, you need to create products, market them, in admin, the list goes on. So time isn't a resource that many people do actually have spare. However, if you would like the proven roadmap to work from to ensure that you don't make the mistakes that keep others going around in circles, wasting time, could I ask you a question? If you took what you've already learnt today and applied it fully in your business, do you think you could avoid thousands of dollars worth of mistakes and wasted time? I have had people come to me after investing so much money in ad spend that just wasn't getting them any results because they didn't have the basic marketing system in place, and they wished that they knew about this prior to investing in advertising. So have a think, how much would it be worth to you if you had the complete roadmap for creating your unique marketing system for your business? Now, if you were to hire someone to complete your marketing strategy, which is another smart move, although it could be very costly, do they actually understand your business like you do? It's your pride and joy. So it does make more sense that you do your marketing system. So if you would like to join me and get started away, you can do this for only 697 American dollars. Now for my Aussie mates, that is $9.97. So I'll drop the link in the chat or click the link that's near this training video to grab your spot in the course right away. Now, how quickly can the program pay for itself? Now, that's a question that I always ask every time I go to investing in something new. So if you only take your time into consideration of that good old trial and error, have a think, how much childcare would you save if you didn't have to muck around with marketing? How many holidays would you not need to spend setting up your business? Then if you bring in predictable profits, you can concentrate on more important parts of your business. You could potentially even think about expanding. But what if I even included the good old proverbial steak knives? But this is way cooler than steak knives. You get unlimited access to email me anything you want to do with the marketing because I really want you to succeed. You'll also get access to a private Facebook group with only course participants, and that is to help share wins with like-minded people and get feedback. And the best bonus, whatever, just for you and only until midnight this Sunday coming, I will create the lead generation ad for you, all for free. Now obviously this doesn't include the advertising cost of Facebook, but when you are ready, all you need to do is you'll need to click to turn it on. So this will really give you a supercharge to your marketing. Now if you were to pay for that, firstly, I don't do just Facebook ads because it does form a whole part of marketing strategy, and that strategy is typically a few thousand per month. But would you value having myself teach you how to set up your own unique marketing system the fastest, quickest way, and then get the added bonus of a lead gen ad fully up and running by myself to kickstart your predictable sales? So if so, then I do invite you to join me in the program before Sunday the 23rd of November and to take full advantage of my offer for a free Facebook lead gen ad. Now if you are watching this on recording, then please hurry just to make sure that you don't miss it. I really look forward to working with you and hearing your success stories in the very near future. Now I'll hang around for the next couple of minutes, so please feel free to unmute yourself and ask me any questions that you'd like, or I'm happy to respond to any of the questions in the chat.